Hello and welcome. I need to fix my camera. Okay, there we go. Hello and welcome to Live with Top Voices Unite. I'm Nikki Estes. I am really excited about today because we're going to a little bit of history. I have a background in education, so we homeschool our children. We have since they were little, and it's pretty fun to think about how this has helped me to become a better marketing person. It's helped me to become a better business owner. And as we celebrate Columbus Day a couple of days ago, we're thinking about being pioneers. So we were pioneers in homeschooling, and I've been pioneering with my husband as we've built businesses together. So let's go into a little bit of context of today. And I have a message for you. So exploration, it built our past, and awareness will build our future. So it's not a date on the calendar. It's a moment to think about when exploration, how it means in business. And so for Marketing More and Top Voices Unite, we are pushing the boundaries with integrity. We are discovering better ways to grow, connect, and to listen. So different than other holidays that we celebrate, this is one that across any cultures, you can understand that there is a pioneering spirit, that Christopher Columbus was asked to be able to do something that no one else had done before successfully. He had to go and get investors. He had to develop a plan and get a community around him to go with him. He had to figure out with research what was going to happen. A little bit of R&D for those of you that do that. And then he had to be responsible because the money that he was collecting, the task that he had set on, was very important during that time to be able to expand the opportunity to do new business, to have new places to grow goods, to be able to buy and sell, to have a new group of people to reach out to that could be new vendors, that could be new customers, new partners. So I think that for me, I think that Columbus Day really stands as a place celebrating entrepreneurship at its best. So last week we had a community poll on Top Voices Unite. What's the most important compass in your modern marketing strategy? And the answer was community-led growth. As we speak with people, we're talking about how communities can help you to be able to grow your business. And if you haven't seen any of my lives before, any of the people that we've brought on, or any of the shows that we've sponsored, this is something that we drive in home, is that you can grow faster by going along with other people. So let's go into the history of why I'm going into Columbus Day with community. With Columbus Day, we're going to draw this parallel between exploration in the age of discovery and market discovery in today's business. We have historical concepts of navigation and maps. Well, and today we're looking at market research and AI tools. We have the historical concept of cultural encounters, which you can imagine what that was like for Christopher Columbus as he's going to different countries. He's looking at people in Spain. He's looking at other investors that are in different countries and asking them to support him as he goes to the new world. He's going to be exploring and making new relationships. He's going to probably already thinking about learning a new language. Well, today, with our modern day, we're thinking about our brand messaging. We have 𝗺𝗫 He is from Spain, and he's come over to America and he's building business. He's working with Plain Concepts, and he's had to figure out what is the best way he can build a business in America. The language, the messaging is different than those we speak to in Spain. We have a lady, Valentina, and she is in Italy. She builds businesses that are around the property management. And so in Europe, as they're growing that business, that's going to be different than you would grow a property management company in America. So the historical concept that we have in our age of discovery was trade routes. Well, today we're talking about marketing funnels, right? So the difference there of how the trade route going from, let's say, Boston, where they would land, they would have to find a way to get that to the people. We were looking at how to get new prospects. As in our marketing funnel, we're looking at how to nurture the customers that come and even the vendors that you're going to be working with. This is all a part of the partnerships that you developed when you're building your marketing business. And another concept that we all are aware of are mistakes. So in making the mistakes during the times of colonization, Christopher Columbus had noticed some things that we needed to pivot from, some things that we could double down on. It's no different than we celebrate today or that we pivot from today. Today, we have to look at ways to have ethical marketing. We have to continue thinking of, is this fair for one side of the agreement than the other? If you are in good business and you have good core values, you want to stand with integrity. So these are all things that we consider from his history as compared to today. We can honor exploration by learning from our outcomes, both good and bad. And just like explorers once charted unknown territories, businesses today chart new industries. We chart new responsibilities that we carry, especially in the times of AI and automation with technology. We are building bridges and we're not building borders. Now, as we are growing business with our communities, I want to share with you that this is the compass that I hold dear to. This is something to where it mirrors everything collaboratively going forward for Market Me More, for Top Voices Unite, for events as a service that we do with like Ageless Evolution Longevity Summit or the AI Realize Summit. We're working with communities to be able to build an event that drives collaboration, it drives new business, it drives the future of innovation, which is exciting for me. So let's talk about 3 quick principles. 1, we're going to curate a shared purpose. Every community needs a reason to gather together. Is it for business? Is it for philanthropy? Is it for an event around healthcare? Is it for anything that is going to help us to grow something that more than one person can be a part of and bring in their ideas? We also co-create content as our second principle. So we let members teach, speak, and share. I will bring up to you 𝗺𝗲, WITI, is a community that they take turns. Different leaders within that community, they share the expertise that they have, the insights that they have, that they've earned as being a founder. And this is very important to the growth of the community, is that everyone pitches in one way or another. If you're called to teach, then teach. If you're called to lead, then lead. If you're called to listen, absorb, and work, develop the next steps and tasks, then that's your role. Everybody, a part of a community, has a hand. Just like we talk about in the Christian lifestyle, is that within a body of a church, everyone has a special purpose. The hand is not any better than the foot. The head is no better than the tail, the butt, any of these are all important to be able to make something full. That's the same way in the community. Whatever your gifts, whatever your talents, come it together and be able to build something, pioneer something together. The next principle is measuring connection and not just your conversion. So growth belongs to the brand resilience and the reputation. And what I mean by that is when you go and you test your brand, as we have with the Top Voices Unite over the last year, we're seeing, is this something that people find valuable? Do they want to go and learn from other leaders? Is there a resilience when maybe nobody comes to any of the events? Maybe for weeks, we only have 2 or 3 in the audience, Is it something that we can come back from if we do a little pivoting? Or if we double down on something that we did in the past that was successful? Yeah. So that was how you'd be able to test the resilience. If you have a technology that you're trying to sell out into the market, if this is your intention to give a healthcare product that people could be able to use that would be fantastic for them. Well, is it something that's resilient through the changes of time? Is it going to actually be helpful to people? Are you getting good feedback on it? And then as far as reputation goes, once you have something that's in the market for a long time period or even a short period, what does that look like going forward? So I hope you can hear me. We are at our boat today and they're doing some work over there. So hopefully you can hear me today. So as far as the 3 principles that I believe will give you a good sense of how to grow a business with community, curate shared purpose, co-create content with those that are within your community, and measure the connections that you have within it, not just the conversion of a sale. Because what we have found is that sometimes it's not an immediate type of response, right? People want to get to know you. They want to trust you. They want to see, are you resilient to be able to handle obstacles that come your way? And then, through that, there could be business opportunities, being a vendor for you or being a partner for you, or being the one that you're buying from. A community can include all of these different aspects. So as we talk about events, Columbus Day is one that was an event to celebrate, right? We're celebrating the pioneering to a new country. Well, we just celebrated a healthcare event, right? Pioneering new technologies, biohacks, lessons in the way that the mind works and mental health. With the spirit of this voyage, we're going to teach you how to do marketing with this strategy. So I'll give you the 4 things we're going to talk about. Setting sail with a strategy, plan events with a clear mission. What are you going to talk about? Who's going to be there talking about it? Who is it going to serve? Because it matters to them, right? You don't put on an event just because want to hear yourself think out loud. You don't put on an event just because you want to sell something or that you just want to educate. There's many different pieces that go into an event that builds community. And that's something that you need to decide before you turn the camera on or before you show up and step foot on stage with those that are there within your audience. Another thing to consider is to invite explorers and not just spectators. And as I said, some people are there, they have different reasons to be a part of this community, right? So if they're in the audience, then they're going to gain something to take back to their own team or take back to their family or take back to the vendors that they have, the referrals that they have. So invite people to participate within this. And we're here today. I personally have not had great success in getting people to talk in the comments, right? It's something that I'd like to get better at, but I invite you, if you're here today, if you're listening, tell me about how it is that you use community to be able to grow your business. And let's talk about that, in the discussion of the comments. You can have a live Q&A. That has happened before using Zoom. You can be able to have conversations right here in the screen, invite people to come up on stage, and you can also have shared storytelling. These are all different ways to invite explorers and not spectators. So for those of you that are in the audience as well, not only are you going to have strategy, not only do you invite people to come along with you for this journey, but I tell you to mark the map. And this is a cute way that we're saying use email sequences, use recaps like newsletters, and use future lives to be able to extend the event outside of what you have done right here as your strategy. And different ways that we do that with the top voices you've seen is that before the event starts, we're inviting people with a DM. Maybe you got a DM to come today. Maybe you've got one to come to other events that we've invited you to. And the idea is we're inviting you to come be a part of it. And then if you give a comment, then we put that in the recap afterwards, because what you say matters when you're a part of this community that we're growing, not just what I say. And then afterwards, maybe we say, oh, there were some great conversations that happened in the chat. Let's do an event just focused on that. Let's do another live stream so that we continue to grow this this conversation of what we're building. And if you're doing your own live stream, you're not teaching marketing. Maybe you're teaching how to sell a house, right? Well, use your live stream to talk about what's going on in the market. Talk about why someone would choose a concrete home versus a home that's made of wood framing, right? In Florida, you would want concrete because it's stronger. But maybe the people in the chat are talking about how to do it with wood because in their area, they don't face as many hurricanes, So there's different things that you could be able to use a live stream for, not just marketing and teaching, but you can use it to teach real estate. You can teach how to be able to build gaming on apps. You can use it to be able to teach about insurance. You can teach people about how to grow their sales funnel. These are different ways that you can use a live stream. Just make sure that before you go into an event that you're teaching the steps, that something when they leave the event, when they leave your live stream or they leave your in-person event, that they can be able to have some tangible things to take away. And our last principle here for this is to build trust through transparency. So as you are talking about the things that you think are most important, you're building that relationship and that credibility, make sure that you bring in good speakers that are going to be able and amicable to those that are within your audience. So when we went to the last event with the Wealth Catalyst led by Shama Bunton and Jonathan Bunton, the point of it was to be able to help women to learn about financial investments, how they can feel safe in an environment where they're being able to put their money into Bitcoin or put their money into art, or they want to learn how to invest in real estate, right? So you have all these different things that women want to get invested in. Well, one event, you're going to learn from certain speakers that speak because of their experience in New York, buying and selling real estate. And the next event, maybe you bring in someone from Idaho because it's a different in there. Hi, Jonathan. So Jonathan's here from Elevator Labs. So any type of event that you're building, building trust comes from some credibility. Hi, Devinder. Thanks for coming. So also another thing that you think about events is ethical sponsorships. So a lot of you are wanting to do these events, and I hear you. It is so hard to be able to get someone to put money in. And you're like, okay, I'm going to have a coffee station. will you pay $1,000 to sponsor coffee? And I'm going to give you all of these deliverables, right? We'll do some social media. We'll talk about you on stage. It's hard to be able to get sponsors. Well, if you have trust, if you've been doing some events in the past, if those that you've been working with, they trust that you can be able to help them to grow their business, their target audience, then they'll put money in that coffee stand. Or let's say that you want a bigger amount. Maybe you need 15,000 or 25,000. You need a lot more trust with those people that you work with. So in that, you need to make sure that you're building a relationship with those people, that they are pioneering this event that you're going to have, because every event is a new journey together. That you would make sure that they feel like that they can trust you and that you are going to deliver on what you say you're going to. That if you say that I'm going to give you at least 15 different introductions, we'll make sure that you're giving them those introductions, because the sponsors, they're relying on using their money to help to build their business as well, not just helping you to build the community that you are. So I would say that building trust through transparency, being open and talking about the things that you are going to give in the event and the things that you expect. And then you find out what it is that they expect and you make sure that you give it to them as well. So collaborative opportunities come in all of those kinds of ways when you're doing an event. It's a pioneering opportunity, as Columbus did, as he sailed the ocean blue in 1942. I made a rhyme for you. Now I'm starting to sound corny. But anyhow, so when you're going to build an event, I tell you that exploration that I've had doesn't just mean conquering a good event. Exploring means learning the people that you want to work with. You're going to learn the speaker so that you make a good, credible event out there for people to see. Exploring means connecting with those that really make a difference and move the needle to where you're building that community for the future, not just in one day. And every time that we host an event, we share a post, we're building a campaign, we're not just marketing, we're teaching, we're mapping, we're helping you to be able to find other connections that you can grow with, other vendors that you may use, other partnerships that may help you to get to that next level as you scale. Even investors could be a part of that if that's something that you need. But I tell you that, and I tell you a lot, but I tell you that we are mapping new worlds of understanding using community. So I would love to have you to join us and honor the exploration by choosing awareness, that you know what's going to happen, that you have a strategy part of it, that you're innovating, that you don't just do an event and don't use banners. Like I would say, use colorful banners. I would say use good snacks. You don't have to be really expensive, but be thoughtful about who's going to come. Be innovative in the technology that you use. Reach out to Devinder, reach out to Jonathan. These guys are tech guys. Oh, where'd my camera go? That it will be super to reach out to innovate what that looks like for you going forward. And lastly, I want to say that I want to, did I go? Did I leave my screen? Okay. That lastly, I want to tell you to keep your eyes open for collaboration and events in the future. If you have an opportunity for an event, reach out to me. If you want to do a live stream before the event to start testing out your voice, to be able to get some reels, to explore like what it's like to be able to speak in front of an audience, reach out to me. If you'd like to attend an upcoming, we do these all the time, like 4 to 6 times we have these events, live streams, and we are doing in-person events as well. You just reach out and I can help to navigate you towards that so that you can test out the waters. On Tuesday, Michael Lopez does Tuesday with Top Voices. On Wednesday, Denise Martha Bachman, she does Blue TV to talk with people about how to grow their business using LinkedIn as a strategy and how to take it off LinkedIn. On Thursdays, we usually do Live with Top Voices Unite. And this is where we interview different founders and we help them to be able to talk about not so much the solution exactly that they're providing, but why the solution that they have solves a problem that's in the market. And we have Andy Wang, who teaches about financial investment, gives you that literacy that you need as you grow your business. We have Harvey Castro, Michael Knopfsinger, Brooke Woods. They teach about AI and the different ones that are coming to market. Corey Warfield and Nick Larson, Kuman Khalili, and I believe Chris Kelly's on that too. They teach about different AI and oh my goodness, that's like, it goes into crypto sometimes. It can be exciting. So those are different ways that you can be able to learn what a live stream is like. How you can be able to run your own is a conversation that you can have with Pranali Ubali, how to be able to run a podcast, how to get sponsorships, She's excellent at that. Excuse me. So if you're interested in starting your own, if you're interested in joining one of ours, if you just want to be in the audience and learn and then have us to connect you with people, those are things we can do too. So submit your comments, submit your DMs, let me know, and I will think about how I can best help you in the future. So thanks for coming today. Thanks for exploring this topic with me, what Columbus Day reveals about marketing today. And I hope that if you are interested in doing an event, if you're interested in being a part of one, that you'll reach out, because we are here to serve you. Here with me, Chinny. She produces these events, as well as Melanie and Angel, Yoel, and Annalie. They're excited to help to amplify your voice with Market Maple. I hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you next week on Thursday.